So record is started. So guys, everyone be prepared and mute your mic.
Welcome, everyone. We are group members of Group 14.6, and we are a team of four, which include Jahid, Suyeb, Iqra, and my humble self, Irene. And today we are presenting our research design for our MRES topic, exploring the integration of generative artificial intelligence in project management. Follow me. So, generative AI is no longer a future concept. Today, it is actively transforming how organizations make decisions and foster creativity. Consequently, the field of project management is adapting to the new wave of automation. As you can see from the timeline, we've evolved from traditional project management to Allen Hans methods and now to the integration of truly generative AI. However, despite this rapid adoption, there's a significant there's a significant research gap, and we have a very limited academic understanding of how these powerful tools are actually being integrated into the real world project environment and what tangible effects they're having on how project outcomes and processes. So I'll be going through my literature review, okay? When we look at the existing literature, we see a clear distinction. Traditional AI, as noted by researchers like Manwick in 2022, has been effectively used to support risk assessment, scheduling, and resource optimization. It's analytic and predictive. Generative AI, as highlighted by Dwivedi and others, adds a new layer. It's creative automation. So it goes beyond analysis to create new content, generate novel solutions, and draft project assets. So this brings us to our key gap. Okay. So while the research discusses capabilities, this is limited there's limited empirical evidence on how real integration on the real world. So we don't yet have a deep understanding on project managers' perception on how these tools actually influence project delivery and how team collaboration could work from day to day. So because of this, our research provides a clear focus, and we are investigating the practical integration of generative AI, not just its theoretical potential. The rationale is clear. The gap is the lack of empirical studies on how it's been used and what impact it's having. The relevance is that this research addresses the future of project leadership, as the quote on the research aims to fill this gap by investigating how project managers are using these tools, how it benefits, and the challenges they face, and how it's going to be reshaping the decision making and teamwork. I'll now hand over to Jahid Islam to outline our specific research framework. Yeah.
Thank you, Irene. So, our research is guided by a clear aim to explore how generative AI is integrated into project management and its impact on project processes. To achieve the aim, we have set four objectives. First of all, to review the existing literature on AI and project management. Secondly, to identify the current applications of generative AI in the field. Thirdly, to evaluate the perceived benefit, risk, and ethical consideration. And finally, to recommend effective integration strategies based on our findings. So, if we talk about these objectives, so these objectives directly inform our three core research questions. Number one, how are generative AI tools integrated into project management? Then, the second one, what benefits and challenges are perceived? And thirdly, how does AI influence collaboration and decision making, which is very important. So this framework will guide every step of our data collection and analysis. So if we move to our research onion overview, we will see to build our research design, we are using the Saunders Research Onion model, which you can see on the right. This model provides a clear structure starting from the outer layer, our board philosophical assumption, and moving down to the specific technique. Our philosophy is pragmatism. Our approach is mixed method, using both deductive and inductive logic. Our strategy combines a survey and interviews. Our choice is a convergent design. Our time horizon is cross-sectional. And our data collection involves both primary and secondary sources. This design blends quantitative and qualitative evidence to get a complete picture. So, if we talk about our research philosophy, so on the research philosophy, let's start with the outer layer. Our philosophy, we have chosen pragmatism. Pragmatism fits our research perfectly because our aim is practical. Our focus on a real world problem, AI integration, and we value what works. So this philosophy allows us to move beyond the debate of a single truth and instead focus on a practical outcomes. It justifies combining objective numerical data from a survey with subjective human perceptions from interviews. We can capture both the how many and the why of generative AI adaptation. So let's move to our research approach and strategy. Moving to the next layers, our approach is mixed. We will use a deductive approach to test existing theories, such as the technology acceptance model through our survey. Simultaneously, we will use an inductive approach, allowing new themes and theories to emerge from the rich, open-ended data in our interviews. This mixed logic is ideal for an emerging field like generative AI. This leads directly to our strategy, a quantitative survey to capture both trends and qualitative semi-structured interviews to explore those trends in depth. So that's all from me. I will now pass to Suyebur Rahman to discuss the details of our methodology. Thank
Thank you, Zahid. Hi, I am MD Suyebur Rahman, and I'll be presenting our research design, data collection method, and analysis approach. For this study, we are using a convergent mixed method design. This means we collect survey and interview data at the same time. Doing both together lets us compare numbers with real experiences, giving a full picture of artificial intelligence in project management. And our time horizon is cross-sectional, which means we are taking a snapshot of current practices. AI changes fast. Our Masters of Research project is longitudinal study isn't feasible. So cross-sectional design is most efficient way to answer our research questions. Now I will move on to the next slide is the data collection method. So next I will be discussing data collection. For the primary data, we are running an online survey with 5,200 project managers. This helps us to see current trends and user patterns. We are also conducting semi-structured interviews with 6 or 8 experienced professionals. And these interviews reveal motivations, challenges, and deeper insight that numbers alone can't capture. And finally, secondary data from journal and industry report provide context and support our findings. So now I will move on to the next slide. Our next slide is sampling and analysis. For sampling, we use a purposive approach, selecting participants to actually use artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini, etc. This ensures our findings are grounded in real experiences. For analysis, quantitative data will be examined with descriptive and correlational statistics to find patterns. Qualitative interviews will be transcribed and coded to identify recurring themes and meaningful insights. Now move on to the next slide. The next slide is ethics and limitations. Ethics are central to our study. All participants will give informed consent. Their data will be anonymous and will follow GDPR rules, and participant is voluntary. Now, limitation, the purposive sample and small number of interviews mean results aren't fully generalizable. So some participants may have strong opinion on artificial intelligence, which could bias responses. To address this, we will use the triangulational and comparing surveys, interviews, and literature. This strengthens and validates our findings. So to wrap up, our mixed method design gives a complete picture of artificial intelligence use project management, combining surveys, interviews, and literature makes our findings robust and credible. I will now hand over to Iqra for the justification and discussion.
Thank you, Sayub. So, to justify our complete methodology, our choices make sense. The number one is pragmatism philosophy, which perfectly supports our real world focus on a practical problem. The second one is the mixed method design, which is essential for providing both the depth and the validation of the quantitative data, which is vital for a new and complex topics. And the third one is the cross sectional design, which is the most practical and appropriate choice given the time and resource limits, while still allowing us to generate meaningful insights. In short, this chosen design aligns perfectly with our research aim, allowing us to balance exploratory understanding and with measurable evidence. So, if we conclude, generative AI is reshaping our project management from stakeholder communication to the our design also aligns both the technical and human dimensions of this integration, the what and the why. By doing this, we are confident our research will provide a valuable contribution not just to academic theory but also to professional practice, offering the recommendation for project managers who are navigating this new and exciting challenge. So, on the next slide, we have listed also the key academic sources that support our research design methodology, including foundational work from Saunders as well as recent studies on generative AI from Vivedi, Manvik, and others. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
So let me say that so that you can understand, everyone. So hello, I am Jahid. I have done my presentation. So my part was in the aim, the research aim, objectives, and research question. Then I covered the research onion overview. Then I also covered uh, the research approach and strategies. So I covered all these topics, and Shoaib bhai covered, as Shoaib bhai will say.
Well, I'll cover the research choice and time horizon and how to collect the data collection methods. I'll discussing like primary and secondary data, and also we are using mixed method data collection, and also we using sampling and analysis like purposive approaches and ethics and limitation. So all together I have done it. So I'm going to hand over to Irene.
So my name is Irene, and I've done my part for the research, and I covered the introduction, the literature review, talking about AI in project management, And I also cover the research gap and rationale. So this is all my parts. Thank you. I'll hand over to Iqra. Yeah.
So I have done the justification of our methodology by explaining the pragmatism philosophy, the mixed method designs, and the cross-sectional designs. Also, I conclude our methodology and research work, and at the last, I give the references which are in the Harvard style. Thank you so much.